Hello guys, this is Imran and I'm here to record a video on how to set up your Aweber the follow-up emails. So in the previous video I showed you how to connect your Aweber account to your landing page and set up your first follow-up email. So this is where the let me open Pages. And this was the page, this was the funnel that we have been setting up. So when they click here, they enter their name and email, they will get a special report. The subscriber will get a special report sent to their email address. So we set that up on our Aweber account yesterday, on the previous call as we set that up. And their name and email will go into your autoresponder. And once they click submit, they will be taken to a thank you page. So all that was set up on the last video. So if you want to go over that again, feel free. So today what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is show you how to set up your next follow-up email. So as I mentioned in the previous video, as an elite partner, you get 100 follow-up emails that you can copy and paste and use. Now, I'm going to show you how to set that up. However, I would recommend that you learn and get good at copywriting, setting up your own emails, and you can use the emails that Venkata has given you. However, I would take them and change them and, take the main components of the email. So if it's teaching you about something or teaching your subscribers about something, then take the main concept of teaching them and then putting it in your own words. However, for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to copy and paste and create follow-up messages. So this is one of my Aweber accounts, and in the previous video we set up the internet marketing. And then we connected it to the special report, this landing page, and we set up all the links and everything that was in there. So what we're going to do is set up the follow-up email. All you do is hover over messages when you log in. So I've got my first follow-up email set in, okay, which is your special report inside. And that is to go out immediately as soon as the person excuse me, as soon as the person signs up here, they get that special report. Change that to dashboard. So now we want to set up, follow-up emails that you can put in once and they will go out for you whenever you want them to. I recommend setting up at least 40 emails. You can do 30, you can do 100, 50, 70, whatever you want. But I think usually 30 to 40 is a good number. And what that does is it just keeps in contact with your subscribers on a daily basis, and you just set it up once, and as long as it all is working, then you don't need to worry about it again, other than just checking the stats on how it's converting, how many people are opening, which are shown here. So as soon as someone gets the first email, they should open this first email. If I'm getting 150 to 100%, if not higher, then I'll be pleased with that. If it's anything lower than 50%, then there's a problem if they're not opening this email. So, stats like that is what you want to be aware of. So let's set up a first follow-up email. All you do is we don't need to go there. We're going to create a message. So click on here, go to drag and drop email. When you do that, this is what comes up. Now this is the standard format that Aweber uses. Now you've got your elements here, so these are different elements that you can use inside your email. You've got your subject header up here that they'll see in your subject line when they get the email. If you wanted to add, I showed in a previous video, if you wanted to add another, for example, an image or a button or anything like that, if you wanted to use any of the other elements, before you do that, you do actually need to set up a new row. So you just drag and drop at the bottom. If you want it at the top, then obviously you can drag and drop it at the top here. Actually, let me delete that. So where are we? So and show you. So if I wanted to do it at the top, it can go there as well. But what I'm going to do is I want it at the bottom of this email, and I'm going to drop my. So if I wanted to add some more text or a headline, I would put that in. Or if I want to add some more text, then you can add in a text box. But for this example, I'm going to use an image to finish off with, like so. Okay, so first of all, I would, after a call, I would have already sent you the 100 emails. They come in, they will look like these PDFs of email swipes that I would have sent you. So as you can see, this is email swipes 1 to 40. I'll be sending another 3 of them, so it leads up to 100. And let me just scroll up. It just looks like this email swipes, and it's by Ben Carter. And he's got, all there are is, this is email swipe 1. It doesn't matter which order you put them in, just make sure that you take, so this first email is like 3 pages long. All you go is continued until you get to this point where he says insert link. Excuse me. So that's what we need. Okay, so let's go to the top. So I'm going to set up the second email for you. So all you do is just scroll down. So this is a subject header. So what I've done is I've highlighted it already. Use my mouse pad. Okay. And then I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back to my autoresponder, which is here. And I'm going to paste that into the subject header. Okay. And then I'm going to go and get the body. Now, because it's over 3 pages long of the body, you need to break it down into bits. So all you need is that first page up to there. Again, just copy. Oh, that's annoying. There you go. So I'm just going to do, for me, if I press Control C, that copies. And then I can just go to window, and I'm going to paste it in here. So again, you can highlight all this and then press the backspace key or delete. Make sure the cursor's at the top, and then if I do paste, it would have pasted it in there. Okay, and then just press enter to start a new line. What I'll probably do is press enter twice so that it can break up the email. Where are we? Okay, and then back here. This is from the second page, so I'm just going to copy this. So I press Control C, and then I'm gonna paste it here. Just make sure it's all okay. If you ever create your system, yeah. And then the last bit. Oh, let me go back here and press Enter, so it starts a new line. And then add this one here. It's 4 pages long. It's a long email. So I'm copying, Control C, and then I'm pasting, press Enter, and then go back to here, and this should be the last one for this first email. And Control C or copy, and place it in there, Control V. Okay, and there you have it. So it's a very long email. Not all of them are like this. It just depends on the content of the email. But what I would do at this point is I would be going through this and reading it and looking at it and look to change it to make it sound like it's me who speaks, like it's, you know how you talk, you speak, you know how you write, and just go through it and make changes. Or, as I said, just take the components that you need. So in this case, he's talking about principles of successful network marketing system. So, take the parts of the system that he talks about, and then just add your own story to it. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of copyright. It's the general gist of internet marketing is the same. So, there's nothing. Everyone's spoken about it. Everyone who's who is an affiliate is using the same, using generally the same principles. So they just will explain it their way. So don't be afraid to use the same things. So, there'll be other marketers using Aweber, for example, and would have set up the system exactly this way. They would be explaining it exactly this way. So, don't be afraid of doing the same. And then, so from here, the first thing I would do is, after making changes, is I'm going to choose, I'm on a Windows, I'm going to do Control 8, which highlights all the text inside the box. And I'm going to make the text a little bit bigger. So I'm going to change the font size, press 16. Okay. And then I would also add in at the top. So if it was me, I would say hi, or hey, however you address it. So I'm going to go with hello, and then I'm going to add their first name, so you can personalize uh, the subscriber's info and add in the first name, put in a comma, and then on the next line I'll say, this is Imran, I am one of Ben Carter's, you can put successful students, or successful mentees, or followers, anything like that. Or, I am one of Encarta's disciples who's using his system. you can play around with it. Put in whatever suits you. So I'm going to put, obviously, I'm one of the business trainers, so I'm one of Carter's elite business. Oops. Trainer. This is I'm one of business trainer, and I want to go into a new line, I think. And I want to offer you some, I don't know, piece of advice. I want to offer you some knowledge on internet marketing. Now, I mean, I know it says network marketing here, but in all honesty, network marketing and internet marketing are quite similar. If you don't like the word network marketing, because I know sometimes it can, I've done network marketing before. I know there are some other members who have done network marketing before. If you don't like it, you can just change it to internet marketing. The concept is very similar. What I'm going to do is just make it bigger, change it to 16. There you go. I want to offer you some knowledge on internet marketing, and you can add to this, let it to go forward to let it help them. Okay, and then it explains about principles of, in this case, network marketing, but you can change it to internet marketing. But or even you don't even have to use this email. You can use, there are 100 other emails that you can use within this, and just find ones that that are suited to you, that you're happy to use. You don't have to go in this order. Okay, so the other thing that I would do is, before I do that, is to just breeze through it very quickly. Now, over here, what I would put here is where it says insert link here, insert signature here, insert link here. Just to keep this, press the back key or undo. That's the good thing about this, you can click the undo button and it just undoes anything that's gone wrong, like that. I don't know why don't know why it's deleting it, but anyway. Let's try that. Press the space bar, that's better. For me, I like a bit of space. I'm going to do a preview and test to see what it looks like, and I can always make amendments, but just so that you can see what I'm doing here. So where it says insert link here, this is your affiliate link, and we're going to use the hybrid link that we set up in the Pretty Links dashboard in your WordPress. So what you do is you go over here, go to Pretty Links dashboard. Okay, and we created, so as I was saying in the previous video, you also want to create a hybrid thank you for the same link. So that is set up in your partner center, which is over here. So you would want to, in the same Pretty Link, you want to set the same thing, for using this link, set up a Pretty Link and customize the link to make it look better. So I've already got one in there for my main landing page, which is this one here. So I'm just going to use that for just to keep it simple. Okay, and all you do is just highlight this whole where it says insert link here, and then paste. And as you can see, it just looks like a better link rather than having all your affiliate ID and everything else in there. So currently it's not a link, and also I want it to stand out. So using this these tabs at the top here, I'm going to make it bigger than what it is. I'm going to turn it into 20. I'm going to make it bold. You can change color. However, by changing the text color here, so if you click on there, you can change the color. But what I'm going to do, it already turns into blue when you add the link. So to add the link in here, you just click on this link button. The URL tab opens up, and you just paste that same hybrid link in there. Press OK. Okay, and then it becomes a link. What's happened? Did it become a link? Just double check that it's a link. Page does not exist. I think it's because it's sometimes you might need to change it to an HTTP. Let's see. Anyway, well, I can test that out and we'll see why that isn't working. Okay, so and then just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do the same here. So paste the link in here. Click the link. I'm going to change it to 20 just to make it stand out. I'm going to make it bold and add the link. Press OK, and that's how it should come out. I'm not too sure why this is going to become different. So maybe it had something to do with this. Did I click black? Yes, I did. Let me see. And well, you know what, guys, this is it. This is the thing about even though I've done this over 100 times, you still end up. I think it's because it's changing to a apply. No. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. This is good, to be honest, because it's showing. You know, if you get a similar issue, then you just need to play around with it, really. Right, actually, I'm just going to do undo. I think it's going to be all right. And where it says insert signature here, this is all you do is just put say something like to your success, or put something motivational, and to your success, talk soon, and then your name, in this case Imran, for me. Highlight it, so it's at 16. I'm just going to make it bold, and just for my name I'm going to change color to blue, and there you go. That's it. With the links, you can put them anywhere. If you wanted to break this up, you can maybe put one, in this gap here first, and always put a big call to action by saying something like click on this link here, next to it or before it, or click on the link below. But just to follow this demonstration, I've just put them at the bottom. You can add a PS and say click on the link here. Like it says here, the bottom line is systems work and will work for you. Just be sure your system holds to the principles above. And then if you wanted to, you can say, I don't know why it's deleting when I do that. So you can say something like, click on the link below to find a system that works. Okay, and then again, just change the font 16, and if you want, you can make it bold. And then I will go through the email and just do. I didn't. Just make sure it's all there. Just use the make the changes that you need to make. And okay, so offer you some knowledge on internet marketing. Okay, and then boom, email starts. Okay, so what I will do is just again highlight some things. Make it bold if you want, change color, but just make it stand out a little bit. So anything that's capitals, bold, must, bold, but you know, you don't have to do these. You can do the full words or anything to do, you know, anything, make it stand out. So for example, this system that is completely generous system that just is, if you ever see that is not business, because the people you attract are attracted to the system. Here we go. So maybe highlight something like this: the people you attracted are attracted to the system and not your business. So you know, maybe you can highlight that, for example. Okay, and then so on and so on and so on. Okay, just do system as a demonstration. Okay, and then go down, just do the same thing. Just check it like this, and then all you do is, if you wanted to add a picture, you just click on there. You can either upload an image. I've got an image in my gallery. I'm going to use my images. I'm just going to use this one, and I'm going to left align and make it smaller. If I didn't want this here and I wanted it at the bottom, what I could do is I just need another row. Click out of there, and then just so you can see is I'd put another row to go at the bottom, so that allows me to drop in an element. I'd put a text element in that row there, and then all you have to do is just copy and then go back to this text box. They don't give you much room, but you just choose that one line and then you can put it in there. And then if I didn't want that, okay, and actually I would also copy this and place it into there. Okay, going to get rid of this one. So it'll look something like this. To your six thoughts in Imran. Oh, let me change the color of my name to blue. Apply. And oh, why is it pasted twice? I have no idea. Let me just delete this bottom one. There you go. Okay, and there you go. Now at this point, I would save. I would recommend saving as you go along because I'm used to this and I know how it works. So it's okay for me to save now. Actually, why is that? Still looks a bit small. I'm going to change it to 20 for my name so it stands out. And then same, I'd probably put here, click this link here. Actually, I'm going to do that anyway. Just put, let's put, or see what you have to remember with, you want big call to action. You know, you want to make it obvious for people. So click the link below. Okay. Let's change the text. Just and then what I would do is put a few arrows in. 6. Again, you can change. You can change. You can highlight these, and you can make them bigger. You can change colors. You can do whatever you want, but it's it's making it obvious. Okay, and you can do the same here. By the way, so click the links work. You put those arrows there. All I've done is use the greater than and less than arrows. That's all I've done. Okay, click save. So the next thing I will do is preview and test, and then let's just go through it. So this is how it would look if they were to receive an email. Now, if you wanted to, you can personalize the top of the email by, sorry, this is what it would look like. You can personalize the email. So if you wanted to, you just go back to editor and you can personalize it. But ultimately, this is what it would look like. Now, I personally prefer spacing my wording out. As you can see, this should be a link. Yes, it is. You can see there, and that's the link there. And the address automatically gets put in from when you saved it, when you first created your Aweber account, or you have to by law put an email, an address, a physical address. You can get a virtual address. Just type in virtual addresses in Google and see what you can come up with, or you can put your own home address, whatever, whichever you prefer. But basically, this is what it will look like. For me, as I said, I would go back because I just prefer a bit of spacing and paragraphs and the best. So, for example, click back to editor, and then, so as I said, if you wanted to, you can personalize it by adding the subscriber's first name over here. Just press spacebar and then come back into this text box. All right, where was I starting? So here, add a space, if you want. Which system is best? I think there was a question mark in there. Enter. So I'm going to highlight that, just make it bold. you go. It isn't film just black and white, right or wrong. Okay. And then let's take a few principal systems. Just like I said, break it up as you go along. And focus people that you try to, that's fine. Okay. And just read through and just break it down, especially if it's long, like this one. Don't know why it's deleting, but anyway. And just there you go. I mean, highlight money. That always catches people's attention. So the cursor. Okay, and there you go. Just broken it down, and this is just generally done this quite quickly. Click on save. Okay, go back to preview and test. Okay, so this is what it will look like. It will be first name, principal, successful network marketing systems, and then, introduce yourself, add that connection between you and Venkata, and then just have a look at it. What I do is I skim through it, but at this point, I'll be pretty confident that everything is okay, but I would just skim through it and, maybe make changes. Maybe join X business, I might highlight, just look at certain things, but overall, if I'm happy with it, I like the spacing, I like the paragraphs, and it all seems fine. So if that's the case, what I would do is I will send myself a test email, email address to that one, emailtraffic@experts.com, and just so you can see, I'm going to use Starboy 101 and send myself a test message. When you click on that, it says your test message is on its way. So I've got my inbox here. I'm going to wait for that to give that a few minutes so it shows up. Okay, and let's just see if it's shown up. Okay, there you go. So this is the second email. So this is what it would look like when this gets added to the follow-up series. So this is what it will look like when they receive it. So here we go. It would say their first name. So in this case, I've said Starboy 101 Principles of Network Marketing Systems. And then this is the email. And as you can see, it looks pretty much straightforward how I wanted it to look. And my picture at the bottom, TO6, also click on the link below. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely add that here as well. That's probably what I would go back and do just to make it stand out here and then here. It's good to have on a long email, as I said, 2 to 3 places where you can put this in. Just make sure you sort of, right, like for here, you can put it in a place where it's kind of relevant. So for it says here and so on because that's all part of the system. In brackets, you can put check out this system to see how it works, and put the link here, and then so on and so on, just to break it up. So there you go. I'm happy with that. So now I'll go back to here. I will do save and exit. Okay, and what happens is it goes into a drafts box. So if you remember, if I hover onto messages, it goes here into a draft. Okay, and then now I want to add it to my follow-up series. So all I do is just do add to follow-up, click on that send options, add to follow-up series. So over here, this is a subject. This is a follow-up number 2 sent one day after the previous. So one day after the first email that they get. You can do it after 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. I recommend a minimum of 3 emails a week. Me personally, I like to send them an email a day. That way even if they find me annoying, they'll remember, like a advert that you see on television that you see every day. Um, you know, you're in their life basically, and if they really don't want you into their life, then they'll just unsubscribe. You can also edit when you send and what time you send the windows, what time you send it. So you can actually, if you check these boxes here, send messages based on each subscriber's local time. It will send it to their local time, and you can edit when they receive it. So in this case, it's every day between 8 and 12 is when they will get it. But again, you can just change this to whatever you want to. And then all you do is add to follow-up series. There you go. Here it is, number 2. Now you can actually change, and so when you've got a whole load of different emails, you can, as I said, you can drag and drop. You can put these wherever you want them to go, in whatever order you want them to go. And so this is set up. They will, as soon as they sign up, they'll get this first email. The second day, they'll get this email, and then when you set up the third, fourth, and so on, they will get every day a new email. So that's what you set up. So then if I was ready to create another email, what I'll do is just click on that, create a message, and click on drag and drop email builder. Wait till it loads up, and then just go through that same process again. So what I tend to do is I just get to, I put in rows, keep things ready. So element, I want a image box in here, which is going to be my profile picture. If you don't want to have a profile picture, you don't have to put one. Again, this is your email. It's up to you how you want to set it up. There's no right or wrong. So yeah, and then that would be the text box. That will be my signature box at the end. You can also, if you didn't want to put that in, there's a signature box here that you can put in, which you can add your picture as well. So you didn't even have to put that in. You can do sincerely, and you can change this. So when you click on it, it allows you to change and put whatever you want to put in, and whatever email address that you want to use. In fact, if I was using that, I wouldn't need this, and I wouldn't need this row, and then I could just use that. But if you wanted it underneath, or if you wanted a picture first and then the text underneath, you would have to do it the other way, like I showed you. So yeah, there's that. To go back, let's just say you started writing an email and you didn't have time to finish it. You can just do save and exit. If you click that, but without a heading, you wouldn't be able to save and exit. So just, for this purposes, I'm going to put test, or just whatever. Let's say you wanted to start the second email, for example. So this is email number 2. Yeah. Don't where it says first name here, you don't need to get that from the email. You can just you can personalize that in the autoresponder in Aweber. So I'm just going to do Control C, copy, and then back to here, test, and Control V. If you wanted to, so test. This is just so I know this is a test email, and I'm going to personalize it with the first name, and that's it. And then then you can save and exit. So if you wanted to work on this later on, just to save and exit, and it will be saved in your drafts. As you can see, it's in drafts. So all you do is hover onto messages, and it's in drafts. And then to go back to it, you can do you just click on it, okay, and that brings you back to the email, so that you can go and work on it later. You might be able to press the back key, which takes you back as well. I can't quite remember, but yeah, that's what you do. So I hope this helps. And it's a brief video to show you how to set up your follow-up emails and your campaigns. If you have any questions on this or any of the other videos, feel free to send me a message on Skype, and I will get in contact with you ASAP. All right, have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will speak to you soon.